Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am hibat noor from class 7 and I am going to represent a working model of mechanism of breathing today. So before representing my model, let me tell you that mechanism of breathing, first of all, breathing is a stage of respiration. That is, respiration takes place in two steps, that is breathing and cellular respiration. Thus we see that breathing is included in respiratory system, in respiration. So what is respiration? Respiration is a biochemical process in which living cells combine oxygen and glucose, resulting with the formation of carbon dioxide, water and energy. Now we do perform this respiration, humans and animals and as well as plants. We do perform this respiration, but how do we do this? By virtue of what are we able to perform this respiration? So, my dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you that our bodies have a definite organ systems which perform different vital processes in our bodies. Thus, for the process of respiration, we have a responsible and a vital organ system known as respiratory system, which has various organs which combinedly perform the process of respiration in our body. Thus, respiratory system is that vital group of organs that combinedly perform the process of respiration in our body. So, my dear brothers and sisters, you people might think that we do perform this respiration. We have a system. We have a specific system to perform this respiration. But for what purpose do we need this? Why do we perform this respiration? So, let me tell you that we perform different activities in our day-to-day life. For example, blinking our eyes, we do eat, we do write, we do run, we do play, or we do study or anything else. Even sleeping, it even requires energy to do. It even requires energy to be performed. Every activity that we perform, from sleeping, from blinking our eyes, to any big activities, even that maybe even constructing a tower or constructing a building. So we do require energy in performing every activity. So from where now there is no link between energy and respiratory system. You might think this, but let me tell you that there is a link. There is a proper and definite link between respiratory system and energy. So how is there a link? Respiratory system results with the formation of respiratory system performs respiration. So respiration results with the formation of carbon dioxide, water and energy. At last I mentioned the word energy. So respiration, it is the process of respiration which helps us to obtain energy, and it is the energy which helps us in performing every day-to-day activity. Now, how do we perform this respiration? I told you that we perform respiration, we perform this for energy, we do perform it by our respiratory system. But how? We do perform by respiratory system, but how do these organs work combinedly? How do they do teamwork to perform the process of respiration? So, my dear brothers and sisters, let me tell you that respiratory system has various organs, which are nostrils or nasal passage or nasal cavity, further pharynx, then larynx, then trachea, then bronchi, then bronchus, then alveoli. And bronchi, bronchus and alveoli, these all the three, they are the parts of lungs. That is, our lungs have these three parts. Bronchi, bronchus and alveoli are the parts of our lungs. So when we inhale air from our mouth, from our nasal cavity, mostly we do inhale air from our mouth also as well as our nasal cavity also, but we must prefer breathing through our nasal cavity. It is because that our nasal cavity or our nasal passage, it contains some hair-like structures and moist lining which helps us in filtrating the air we breathe in. Since this air that we breathe in, it contains many dust particles. We actually inhale oxygen-rich air, but it also contains dust particles. So these hair-like structures present in our nasal passage, they help to filtrate it and they help to remove these dust particles from it. They stop them from entering our body. Further, it goes from pharynx, then larynx. My dear brothers and sisters, we see that after nasal cavity there is pharynx, and pharynx is a common passage for digestive as well as respiratory system. That is, it has vital roles in both digestive as well as respiratory system. Further, there is larynx. Larynx is also known as voice box because of some reason. That reason is that it contains two strip-like structures which are called as vocal cords, and these vocal cords vibrate to produce sound. So that is why our larynx is also known as voice box. It is highly developed in males. That is 1.7 to 2.3 centimeter is long in males, but in females it's poorly developed. It's only 1.7 centimeter in females. After larynx, there is trachea. Trachea has some C-shaped rings called cartilaginous bones. It has some rings, C-shaped rings, which help it in avoiding it from collapsing. That is, they help it not to collapse. After trachea, there are bronchi. Trachea splits into branches. That is, it subdivides into two branches. One goes in left lung and another goes in. One goes in right lung and another goes in left lung. These are known as bronchi. These subdivisions of trachea are known as bronchi, and these bronchi further divide into several more branches called bronchioles. And these bronchioles are connected with air sac-like structures called alveoli, which help in gaseous exchange. Since these alveoli are connected with blood capillaries. When we inhale oxygen in nasal cavity, it gets filtrated, then it passes from pharynx, then larynx, then trachea, and then from bronchi, then bronchioles, and then it goes in alveoli. When in alveoli, I told you earlier also that it is connected with blood capillaries and it is responsible for the exchange of gases. When we inhale oxygen, it goes in alveoli, and in alveoli, what happens? The oxygen-rich air we breathe in, the oxygen diffuses in blood present in capillaries or blood vessels, and then when it diffuses into blood, then from that it goes in several cells or tissues where it helps to break down, where it helps in the breakdown of food to produce energy. And when after this respiration process is done, then the waste product of respiration, that is carbon dioxide. So then this carbon dioxide also needs to be exhaled. It does not, we cannot keep it in our body. ये अगर हम इसे बॉडी में रखेंगे तो हमें प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी. सो हमें ज़रूरी है कि हम इसे एक्सहेल करें, हम इसे वापस एटमॉस्फेयर में छोड़ें ताकि ये प्लांट्स इसको यूज़ कर सके. हमें पता है कि प्लांट्स इसे फोटोसिंथेसिस में यूज़ करते हैं, सो हमें एक्सहेल करना ही करना है. सो इन्हीं ऑर्गन्स के जरिए से फिर से थ्रू कैपिलरी देन एल्वियोलाई और फिर रेस्पॉन्सिबल ऑर्गन्स रिवर्स एक्शन, इनहेलेशन की रिवर्स एक्शन होती है और फिर ये कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड हमारी बॉडी से बाहर आ जाता है. सो अब ये रेस्पिरेशन जो है इसमें दो स्टेप्स होते हैं. एक तो ब्रीदिंग होती है और दूसरी रेस्पिरेशन होती है. मैंने आपको बोला कि ब्रीदिंग क्या होती है और ये I have made this working model, but of mechanism of breathing I have not included respiratory system in it. So we see that I have made this model, and in this model in this straw I have done two holes. One acts as our nasal cavity and another as our mouth, and this acts as our trachea. These green balloons act as our lungs, two lungs, and this red balloon acts as our diaphragm. Since these lungs are present in chest cavity and diaphragm acts as it is floor. When we inhale oxygen, these different parts show different functions. Different parts show different changes in them. When we inhale oxygen, जब हम ऑक्सीजन इनहेल करते हैं तो ये जो लंग्स होती है ये थोड़ा फूल जाती है क्योंकि इनमें ऑक्सीजन भर जाता है. और जो डायफ्राम होता है वो थोड़ा नीचे चला जाता है, वो नीचे की तरफ चला जाता है. और जो हमारी रिब्स है वो थोड़ा बाहर आ जाती है और थोड़ा ऊपर चली जाती है. जो इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स है, यानी कि जो मसल्स प्रेजेंट होती है इन आवर रिब्स, वो कंट्रैक्ट हो जाती है और जो चेस्ट कैविटी है वो एक्सपेंड हो जाती है जब हम इनहेल करते हैं. आई विल शो यू. यू माइट हैव ऑब्जर्व दैट दिस गिलास जो है ये थोड़ा सा कंट्रैक्ट होता है, इसमें जो हवा है वो थोड़ा सा बाहर आ जाता है, इसमें थोड़ा से बेंड्स ऑकर होते हैं और ये डायफ्राम जो है ये नीचे आ गया होगा और लंग्स फूल गए होंगे. तो ये हमें दिखाता है कि जो चेस्ट कैविटी है उसने क्या किया. ये हमारी चेस्ट कैविटी है ये थोड़ी सी इसे थोड़ा सा बैंड हो गया, यानी कि इसमें प्रेशर आ गया जब हमने एक्सहेल किया ऑक्सीजन, तो इसमें जो ये चेस्ट कैविटी है ये फिर से कंट्रैक्ट हो गई. और जब हमने इनहेल किया ऑक्सीजन ये थोड़ा सा एक्सपेंड हो गई, यानी ये थोड़ी सी बड़ी हो गई, इसमें हवा भर गई ऐसे. लेकिन जब मैंने ऑक्सीजन बाहर लिया तो ये थोड़ी सी कंट्रैक्ट हो गई, यानी हवा जो है वो इसमें से बाहर आ गई और जो डायफ्राम है ये नीचे की तरफ आ गया, लंग्स भर गए, यानी कि ये फूल गई. किसकी वजह से? हवा की वजह से. अब अगर हम जब ऑक्सीजन बाहर छोड़ते हैं तो क्या होता है, जो रिब्स होती है वो नीचे की तरफ आ जाती है और थोड़ा अंदर की तरफ चली जाती है. जो इंटरकोस्टल मसल्स है वो फिर से रिलैक्स करती हैं. डायफ्राम है ये ऊपर की तरफ आ जाता है और जो लंग्स है इनमें से फिर से मतलब ये थोड़ा जैसे जितना ही फूल गई थी पहले जब हमने ऑक्सीजन अंदर लिया था, ये अब फूली नहीं रह गई, ये अब अपनी नॉर्मल पोजीशन में आ गई। और जो चेस्ट कैविटी है वो भी एक्सपेंड हो गई थी, तो वो भी अपनी पोजीशन पे वापस आ गई। आपने देखा होगा ये डायफ्राम फिर से ऊपर आ गया और जो लंग्स है इनमें से हवा बाहर आ गई। सो आपको मैंने ये दिखाया कि वी इनहेल ऑक्सीजन थ्रू आवर nasal cavity, and when we inhale oxygen our diaphragm and our other parts they show different functions, they show different activities. That is, our diaphragm moves downwards, ribs move up and outwards, the intercostal muscles contract, and the chest cavity expands. When we exhale air, when the diaphragm moves upwards, intercostal muscles also relax. These actions create a pressure for the carbon dioxide, which results in the exhalation of carbon dioxide.